here I have a blank zodiac. Now I'm going to do my best to fill in some data points here so you can see what I'm talking about. And I'm going to stick with water and earth. Water and earth. Water and earth. I'm going to stick with them. So I'll choose a date. We'll just choose, okay, we'll start at the beginning. We'll choose here's a trio of earth. So we'll do Capricorn, cardinal, 2235 Capricorn. And we're only going to stick with Mercury retrograde, the beginning. Okay, the first part, just the first part, where it begins, where Mercury retrograde begins, just to make it simple. 2235 Capricorn. Capricorn, 22, okay. 10, 20, 22. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 22. Okay, solid fill, 22. Next one, 1833 Taurus. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 1833 Taurus. Okay, about there. And then 2124 Virgo. Virgo, 2124. Right about there. Okay, as you see, it creates a progression in trine. As you see, it creates a 1 to here, and then to here. Okay, now the last point, okay, we're here, 632 Capricorn. Okay, this is the last point. Okay, now we're going to go to Cancer. However, we're going to look at these data points. We're going to go to Cancer. We're going to find one that's close to 2235 of Cancer. 2235. 2850 Cancer. That's the next Cancer. And July 24th, 1972. So 2850 Cancer. Cancer. 25, 26. Okay. 25, 26, 27, 28, 50 Cancer. Right here. Okay. 2850 Cancer. Then 1855 Scorpio. 18, 15, 16, 17, 1855. Okay, 1855 Scorpio. Then 505 Pisces. Then 505 Pisces. Then 949 Cancer. Then 949 Cancer. Right there. So it went from here. It went from backwards. It went this way. No, forwards. It went this way. Then this way. Then this way. That's forward. This is forward, and this is forward. Do you see the progression? This is forward. It goes dun, dun, dun. And then as it would go backward, 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 it would go to the opposite sign here. Here. Go to the opposite side here. And then it would revert back this way. Okay, it's close. It's close, but not exact because of you have to allow for progression. But this period here ends July 24th, 1972, or begins July 24th, 1972. (1,282 days). 3 years, 6 months, 5 days. 3.5 years. That's what this is. So that the star gets made in 3.5 years. 20 years later would be a larger star or restarting the cycle. It can restart the cycle in the opposite way to make another 20 years later 40. Take that information and do with it what you will. 40 years, 40 degrees in the zodiac, 40 degrees going up to the Tropic of Cancer or the Tropic of Capricorn from the equator. The whole 40 days and 40 nights thing. Do with it what you want. I haven't gone that far. But be my guest. Investigate. From the water sign. Now that's from Earth to water. Now from the water sign, we'll do 2850 Cancer. We have to go to Capricorn, 2850 Cancer. Okay, this is a transition of water to air. This is a a full air sign. This is a transition from air to earth. So this here, 1546 Capricorn. Okay, 1546 Capricorn. That's as close as we're going to get. So now we're going to try 1546 Capricorn. It's going to be right here between the two. 1546 Capricorn. I'm going to make that a different color. I'm going to make it black right here. 1546 Capricorn. Okay, from here we go to 10 degrees 12 of Taurus. From here we go to 10 degrees 12. Okay, which is right about there. 10 degrees 12 of Taurus. And then we have 1419 Virgo. Now we have Virgo. 1419 right here. Okay, bring it out some just so it's seen. All right, right there. So in this progression, it goes forward. It's going from here to here, and then from there to there. Okay, 1419 Virgo. Now from here, we're going to go 2947 Sagittarius, which is basically touching Capricorn. 2947 Sagittarius, which is right here. So this last one goes from here to there. Do you see how close it gets? Okay, this is very close. The orange to the blue takes 1,282 or it's 1,283 days. Now from the blue to the black, okay, to go from the blue to the black, here's a cheat. here's a cheat. Okay, any of these points, in order to go to the opposite side, okay, Mercury makes 22 retrogrades around the complete zodiac. 22 complete. This makes it 3 per year. 3 per year. This is so we can have 3, sometimes 4, like 3.5, sometimes 4 retrogrades in a year. 22 retrogrades. Here is Gerd Breidenbach Deutsch, curves of planetary motion in geocentric perspective. Geocentric, Earth-centric perspective. You can choose any planet here, as well as the couple comets, but you choose Mercury from a geocentric path, okay? And then keep all this data. So I'm going to start it, and you're going to see the loops that Mercury is going to make in the sky. Like, for instance, you do Venus, and Venus is going to show you, eventually, is going to show you the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 Venus star point. Okay, right there. The 5 star of Venus. Okay, now if you do Mercury, you get 1, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, and 7. 7. Stop right here. This closed the loop, and now it goes to, it's going to go and go into itself. And it's going to, but 7 was the complete first one. So that means, so like I said, altogether, okay, altogether you have 22 loops here. You'll see. I'm not going to count them, but you'll see. 22 loops. This way, this means in 22 loops, you'll have 22 loops you'll have in 7 years, which on a side note, 22 divided by 7 equals very close to pi. Very close to pi. At least the general consensus of what the value of pi is. Very good approximation of pi. So that makes it to go to the one side where it started from. But to go to the other side, it needs to be 3.5 years. Watch. Start. Stop. Watch. Okay. 1. 2. 3. And a half. Right here, and a half. So here's 1. Start the data point. And here's the other. 3.5 years. So that's the cheat. We're going to go 3.5. So we're going to go 11. For 3.5 years, we're going to count 11 down from the data point. So this makes it so that every single loop goes back to around the same part of the same sign. So in a 12 sign zodiac with 27 or 28 nakshatras, you also have 22 loops of Mercury's retrogrades. So that means you can count 11 to the opposite sign.